Hi, and welcome to today's practice. Today's practice is all about the fifth chakra, Vishuddha chakra, or our throat chakra, which is located at our throat center that goes back to the back of the neck. And our throat chakra is all about self-expression and authenticity. So today's practice won't be too intense, just really about a lot of opening and closing of our throat space so that we can really create space there, so that we can fully express ourselves and be ourselves. And we'll connect this chakra to the Yama of Satya, which is truthfulness or non-lying, and the Niyama of Saucha, which is pureness, like cleanliness and pure, like being pure. I can't think of the exact word. Purification. Anyways, you can start by laying on your back. For props today, we'll definitely need 2 blocks. Sorry for that little ramble. It is what it is now. You're gonna need 2 blocks. That's just who I am. That's just me being authentic, I guess. Ramble. 2 blocks. And yeah, get started on your back. Start to just find a comfortable place on your back. We'll just start practice here to meditate a little bit on our Vishuddha chakra, speak on the elements of it and how it connects to Saucha and Satya. So just start to find the back of your head pressing against the earth. You could even look to your left and then look to your right, just settling your neck through the center. Maybe your shoulders can release down a little bit. And then trace the backside of your body, starting from your shoulders, your upper back, your mid back, your low back and hips, and then your legs. And let your feet, fully open out so that you can just be in this nice and relaxed position. And then start to bring your awareness to your breath, just observing your breath so that you can bring yourself into this present moment. And start to bring your awareness to your throat center. And the color of our throat chakra is blue. And the element of Vishuddha is space. So you can think of it as creating space for yourself to speak your truth, to be your authentic self. And this can mean a lot of things, and it also can be tricky sometimes to fully express yourself to exactly who you are, especially in a world that's always telling us different things, what to be and what not to be. So when you tap into your throat chakra and really allow it to be open and free, you can express yourself the way you would like to. You can be exactly who you are. And that's how this can connect to Satya, which is non-lying or truthfulness. And when you are being honest, honesty is the best policy, right? As they say. Because if you're being honest, you're being authentic. You're being who you are. And when you say that you are something, you become that, right? So kind of also being honest with yourself and others in that what you say is what you're going to do, following through with your word, all that. And as you are breathing, keep on bringing your awareness to your throat chakra, your throat center. Just as we're touching on these elements of the philosophy and what the elements of Vishuddha are, try to start growing that blue light, creating a space of blue all around you, letting each breath, the blue light or blue space to move up and down and side to side, slowly opening up this throat center, giving yourself space to speak freely, breathe freely, and just to be free. And Satya is purification or cleanliness. And of course, yes, it does mean being clean in your physical environment and in your body, but also being pure or having clean thoughts. And that ties into being honest, right? Being honest is the purest form of your thoughts or your words. And so Saucha and Satya work so beautifully together, because if you are honest, you are being pure. And if you're being honest, you're being authentic, and you're able to be exactly who you're meant to be. So just take a moment, connect back to that blue light at your throat. And maybe just take a moment to think on, how can I be more honest in my life? How can I be more true to myself, to others? And then there are some mantras associated with Vishuddha chakra. In English, it's I talk. So it also can be like I speak. And kind of think for a moment of what do you speak? What are the words that you say true? Are your actions true? Not like judging yourself or causing harm to yourself, because kind of I personally feel that we must talk to ourselves kindly. And I think as a human race, we're so hard on ourselves and talk to ourselves so poorly, and even maybe talk to others poorly. But the way that we treat the world starts with how we treat ourselves. So kind of maybe just observe for a moment and tap into how you speak to yourself. Just take a few breaths, and with each inhale, letting that blue light grow, and each exhale, letting the blue light move down and around you. As that blue light moves in and out farther in space with each breath, kind of think about ways that you can speak to yourself a little bit nicer. I feel like each chakra builds upon each other. So our last one, Anahata, was all about love and compassion. And this is similar. Speaking with love and honesty and kindness is the way to heal the world. And the Sanskrit mantra is hum. Hum, H-A-M. So we'll do a little bit of that mantra chanting. We'll just do 3 rounds of cleansing breaths first. So take a big breath in. Exhale, let a really big audible sigh out. Noticing how that blue light moves within your throat as you exhale like that. Big breath in. Exhale, let it out. Big breath in. Exhale, release. And then on your next inhale, we'll inhale for hum. Inhale. Exhale, hum. Each time you do this, sending that hum to your throat. Another inhale. Exhale, hum. Inhale. Exhale, hum. For a moment, just sit with those vibrations of blue energy and space created around your throat. Brahmari, bee's breath, is also a nice breath practice to tap into your throat. We kind of hum was kind of a similar sound of humming. And then just take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you can slowly start to bring your gaze over towards your left shoulder. And then bring your gaze over to your right, just starting to bring some slight mobility into your neck. And take a big breath in, reach your arms back up above your head, tuck your chin towards your chest. And exhale, walk your feet in and grab one of your blocks and bring your block on the medium setting so that the edge of the block can go just underneath the two knobs at the base of your head. And we'll give ourselves a little neck massage here so you can kind of once again gaze left and gaze right. And just notice how your chin is tucked in towards your chest and how that creates a little bit more space at the back of your neck. Today we're going to be focusing a lot on a movement of our chin. And bring it through center. Bring your head through center, and then slowly bring your head off of the block, release your head back down, reach your arms up overhead, big body stretch, and exhale your knees into your chest, rock side to side. You can make circles with your knees if your hips feel tight, just to give your body a little release. Inhale here and exhale, release your knees over towards your right and rest your head on your bicep. Just take a moment here. Reconnect to your throat center. Keep coming back to it during the practice and see how far out into space you can grow this little blue light within you. Maybe place a hand on your chest or even on your throat if that feels comfortable. And just give yourself a little promise here of like a little devotion to yourself, that you will be truthful to yourself and, listen to what your needs are and really do what you feel you need, not just in this practice, but in life, and to say what you need to say so that you can really be your authentic self. Take a big breath in and exhale, release it out. On your next inhale, slowly press up to a seat. Bring your feet together and just start to slowly sway side to side and kind of tilt your head side to side with it, noticing how your neck kind of gets a bonus stretch as you go over to the left, your head drops over to the right, and just bringing in some fluidity in. And then we'll draw circles, our Suki circles, one of my favorites, circling your heart. And now instead of focusing on of course our body will move, but as you inhale, reach your chin forward. And as you exhale, bring your chin down to your chest. Notice the change of sensations that brings to your neck and switch directions. And then come through center. We'll do some seated cat-cow. So inhale, really accentuate the notion of pointing your chin up to the sky. And you could even close your jaw so that you might feel a stretch along the front of your neck. Envision this blue light emanating outward and letting your free feelings and thoughts to flow. Exhale, cow. Tuck your chin as far into your chest as you can. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. If you'd like to cultivate your Ujjayi breath, you can, because you can feel it in your throat space. And 2 more times. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And on your next and then exhale, release. Inhale, extend your legs out long. And we'll reach our arms up and back on an inhale. Reach your head up to the sky with it and flex your toes. And exhale, fold over your legs for our spinal waves. Tuck your chin into your chest as you fold. And then inhale, reach up, tilt your chin back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Notice the stretch in your neck. And then walk your feet in towards your hips and bring your hands your fingers so that they point towards your hips. Push your hands into the ground so that your shoulders open and release your head back. So if you don't feel much of a stretch in the front of your neck, you can bring your legs to cross walk your hands back and just really allow your head to stretch back in the front of your neck to really be open, accentuating that that blue light, blue space creating around you, sorry. Inhale, reach your chin a little bit farther back, and then exhale, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, plant both feet onto the ground, and push your hips up. Let your head fall back again in this reverse tabletop. Push your hands into the ground. You can even slightly wiggle your head without hurting your neck, just releasing your neck a little bit. And slowly walk your feet in towards your glutes. Kind of get a bonus quad stretch here. Then come to sit on your toes. Then inhale your arms up to the sky. Gaze follows your hands, interlace your fingers and press your hands forward to kind of cat your back. You can rock side to side here. And then inhale, bring your hands up through center and bring your palms to the back of your head. Inhale, let your head fall into your hands. If sitting up on your toes like this hurts, you can also come down or just sit normally. Just a nice extra toe stretch. Inhale, open up your elbows, gaze up, exhale, have your elbows close and put a little bit of pressure on the back of your head so that your chin can come all the way down to your chest. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close down. And the next time you inhale up, point your right elbow up to the sky and gaze up to the sky with it, stretching out the side of your neck. Then exhale there. Inhale through center and over to the other side. And then inhale through center. Release your hands back and interlace your hands behind your back into the opposite interlace that you did before. And as you inhale, open up your shoulder blades so that your hands drop down, and so that your head can point all the way up. We're going to breathe here for a little bit to really let your breath move from your chin down to the base of your throat. Just to release any obstacles in your throat space so that you can fully express yourself and be yourself. Today I decided to wear a shirt with Ganesha on it, the god of removing obstacles. Goddess? Then slowly, when you're ready, inhale your head back through center. Exhale here. Take a big breath in and then bring your hands over, still interlaced, over to your right hip and release your left ear down to your left shoulder. A little side neck stretch. Bring your head through center and switch to the other side. And then inhale, come up through center and release your hands down to the ground. And we'll come into some cat-cows here. Before we go into cat-cows, if you want to take any swizzles of your hips or just kind of reset. Once again, just being true to yourself and doing what feels best for you so that you can fully know that you're being honest. Satya. And then let's do some cat-cows. So inhale. Really, yes, our hips and our heart and our back are going to move, but we're going to focus on bringing our chin up. And exhale, release your chin down to your chest. Every time you release your chin down, it can help release the back of your neck from tension. Inhale forward. Exhale round. Inhale forward. Exhale round. Inhale forward. And then exhale. Back. Send your hips back into a child's pose. Open your knees wide and slowly lower your head down to the ground so that your forehead is resting down, chin is tucked towards your chest. Take a big breath in here. And exhale, slowly roll up and forward to come into our baby cobra, my fave. When you're in cobra this time, lift your chin up And exhale, press back, child's. Inhale, forward cobra. Exhale, back, child's. One more time. Inhale, roll forward. And the next time you exhale to press back, we'll take a pause with your knees underneath your hips and we'll come down to puppy pose. So slowly start to walk your hands out in front of you until your forearms come down. And then either your forehead can be on the ground or your chin. Your chin is going to help open that front side of your neck a little bit more. Nothing is wrong. It's just more allowing your neck to open in different ways. And then take a big in-breath here. And exhale, slide forward to Sphinx pose. And inhale your chin up to the sky. And exhale, release your head down. Tucking your chin in towards your chest. Take a big breath in to bring your head up. And exhale, bring your hands next to your heart space. Tuck your toes and send your hips back to the sky. And in downward facing dog, tuck your chin towards your chest as much as you can to protect your neck. And in this position of stillness for a moment, see if you can once again connect to that blue space at your neck, at your throat, sorry. And then inhale, roll forward into a high plank. Exhale, bend your knees and your hips up, tuck your chin down. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. Then on your next inhale, slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands. And then bend your knees and fold. Let your head hang super heavy. Your hands can reach for opposite elbows if that feels nice. And you can naturally sway like a willow tree. Letting your neck just be really nice and heavy, allowing space to move through your throat chakra, Vishuddha. And slowly start to roll up on your next inhale. So you can come to stand, reach your shoulders up, back, and down. Just take a moment here to release your shoulders, your neck. You can make little circles with your neck. Beautiful. And then we're just going to do 3 half sun salutations and then a full sun salutation A. So bring your feet together. Start with your head at a neutral position and then inhale, drop your head back, chin points up, hands go up and gaze follows. Exhale, bend your knees, send your hips back and fold. Bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, root to rise all the way up, chin points up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let this little flow be a reminder that you can connect to your truth and just come back to that blue light and how you can be more honest with yourself and therefore honest with others. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, reach all the way back up. And exhale, hands through heart center. One last half sun salutation. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands come through heart center. And then we're going to do a sun salutation A. But if you have blocks, you can bring your blocks where your hands will go so that you can bring the ground closer to you and make more space. So inhale, reach, gaze follows. Exhale, fold. Hands can come to blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, Upward facing dog. Press the blocks or the ground away from you and tuck your chin towards your chest. And then take a big inhale and reach your chin up to the sky. And then exhale, tuck your toes and send your hips back to downward facing dog. Here, really accentuate that tucking of your chin. And just take 3 more full breaths here. We'll do another one just to bring it all together. The next inhale, gaze between the blocks and step through. Inhale and halfway lift at the same time, sorry. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, reach all the way back up, chin goes up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do that again. You can either do it with or without the blocks. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog with chin down, and then eventually reach it up to the sky. And then exhale, press all the way back, downward facing dog. 4 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, look between your hands and step through. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale all the way back up. And then hands come through heart center. So from here, we're going to come into a malasana, yogi squat. If you would like, you can bring a block underneath where your hips will go. Or you can put blocks underneath your heels. So point your toes out to the side, point your heels in. And inhale, reach your arms all the way up, chin goes up. Exhale, slowly lower your hips down, hands comes to heart. And then find your version of malasana. And then keep those knees nice and open. We're going to take our hands to that interlace position again. Inhale to open up, and exhale, start to close your elbows down. And we're going to do this malasana with a variation of our head hanging down in front of us. That's why the block is nice, so that you can really just be here, but you can also do this without a block. Just stay here for 5 breaths, letting the back of the neck be released of tension. And while you feel this closed offness in your heart space, just know that this is kind of creating that tension so that you can have more space in your throat chakra, Vishuddha, so that you can be more honest through Satya, more pure through Saucha. And inhale, bring your elbows up and out. And exhale, slowly bring your block out away from you. Bring your hips down to the earth. And then bring your feet into Baddha Konasana legs or butterfly legs. We'll just do a few cat-cows here so that you can open and close your neck a little bit more. Inhale, draw your shoulders back. Lift up. Exhale, cow your back, chin down to your chest. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And exhale, chin to your chest. Plant your feet down. Inhale, forward one last time to open up your throat, and then exhale, slowly start to lower down, chin to your chest. Bring your feet in nice and close to you, and bring your hands next to your hips, and tuck your chin down towards your chest, and we'll do Setu, but I'm going to mess up the name. So we're going to do a bridge pose. Inhale, lift your hips up, and tuck your chin to your chest. Exhale, slowly lower down. Release your chin up to the sky. And inhale, lift, tuck your chin. Exhale, lower down. Chin comes to neutral. And then one last time, inhale, lift your hips, tuck your chin. And last time, lower down. On your next inhale, lift both feet up to the sky and press down into your hands to lift up your hips for a candlestick, or I actually don't know this name. Shoulder stand. I think my mic is going to be messed up here, so let me just put it here. So lift your hips up to the sky, release your chin towards your chest and point your toes up and kind of squeeze your glutes so that your legs go towards the opposite side of your head. Just stay here for 5 full breaths. Noticing the space that you're creating in your Vishuddha throat chakra. And then take full breath in, full breath out. Another big breath in, and then exhale. Release your legs back behind you for a halasana plow pose. Your feet can come to a block behind you, or you can have your toes tucked or pointed. Take 5 breaths here. Take a big breath in and reach your hands back towards your feet. And as you exhale, slowly bend your knees and start to lower your hips down. You'll get a nice stretch in your back. Take a little moment for a happy baby. You can kick one leg to be straight and then the other. And gently bring both feet back down to the earth. Reach your arms up above your head. And then however you would like to get there, we'll take a block on the lowest setting, kind of like a supported fish, but a little bit lower to the ground. We'll take the block on the lowest setting just about at your mid back. Lower your hips down again and slowly start, and you want the block to be like this, like horizontally across your back. And slowly start to lower your chest down so that your chin can, and then if your head doesn't touch the ground, you could put a towel there or roll up your mat so that your head can be supported. And just find your arms in a position that feels comfortable, and your legs could go into reclined butterfly or feet on the ground or legs out long. The point of this posture here is to open up the front of your neck again after shoulder stand and plow of a lot of closing it down. And as you're here, just taking some nice full breaths into the front of your throat. Come back to the mantra of hum, I talk, I speak my truth. And just connect back to that feeling of honesty and pureness. And remind yourself that you can speak to yourself kindly because you deserve that. And I'm sure that you speak kindly to everyone else, so you can also give that back to yourself. And I'm sure that I know speaking for myself that I love to see others being their true, authentic self. And I think that we deserve to give that back to ourselves as well. So let this pose just open up those obstacles that are holding you back from being exactly who you are. Then take a big breath in, full breath out, and then on your next inhale, take a hand behind your head to remove the block. Settle your head back down on the ground. And inhale, hug everything in. You can bring your chin to your chest, knees in. Big inhale. And then exhale, release your limbs all the way down. Your arms can reach overhead or come by your side. Just settling yourself into your final rest, your shavasana. And I hope you can continue to move this blue light from your throat around you, this blue sense of space, so that you can keep on creating space so that your true self can grow. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I recommend taking at least 5 minutes for Shavasana, and I'll see you next week for our third eye Anjna chakra. Thank you so much and have a lovely rest of your day.